here, baby. We is here. We is live. This is the moment of truth. This is the moment of prosperity. This is the moment that we make a difference today. Thankmas is live. Thankmas today is at its peak, its core, its everything. Let's see. Yeah, he kept going about a particular subject regarding another content creator, which I was not a big fan of, so that's why I muted him from being able to comment. We are playing today one of my favorite demos of a visual novel out there that there is. It's not even a full game, but this game here is the quality of a fully fledged visual novel. It's wonderful, isn't it? Wonderful being a part of something spectacular, and we're all in this together. It's not just me, it's not just you, but it's everyone else out there that isn't here today, that is somewhere out there, unfortunately, without a home. And that's what this charity is for. It's for ensuring that the number of people that are out there without a front door is reduced. And hopefully one day, homelessness will be a thing of the past. And with charities like News Story, that would be a possibility. Let's see how we're doing here. One thing to go. Yeah, I've warned Vincent multiple times, but I'm not letting them comment anymore. Right, my mouse is enabled, which is not. What am I doing? Clicking over there? That's not going to help. Click over here. So within a link of this stream down in the description below, you will be able to donate to the charity that's indicated on the top right of the stream called News Story. And this day it's the one and only busiest day of this stream, because all of the biggest content creators out there are going live on this very day, including the orchestrator of this event itself, Jacksepticeye, who I've followed for several years now, and he seems like a very genuine guy. 5 likes, 3 watches right now. How does that make any sense? How does any of this make any sense? Our existence doesn't make any sense in a way. It is a miraculous thing that we're actually here right now, wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing. It's wonderful, isn't it? Life itself being a thing. Exactly 2 weeks to Christmas Day, bloody hell. 2021 has gone so quickly, and 2021 itself has been a myriad of ups and downs. Hello MKK and welcome to the stream. Welcome Yami, welcome to the stream. So we're here. We'll give it a couple more minutes before we officially start. I did start the stream early, but I'm here, so why not? Why not do that? So how are we all doing today? Where you are within the world, how are you doing? You doing good? You doing okay? Regardless, I hope you are improving in mood, even if that mood itself is absolute top. No, we all need to help each other out every once in a while, because as people, we're social animals at the end of the day, and it's our duty as a screech downstairs or something. I don't know. Maybe it's a film that we're watching. Warzone? I don't know. So I hope everyone's having a lovely day where they are. So even if it's just $1, then that would be thoroughly appreciated for, yeah, quite interesting cover art for the game. Indeed it is. It's like, it indicates that there are multiple paths in life, and whichever set of stairs you climb, that's the set of stairs that you're binded to, in a way. It's like, here's one perspective, here's another perspective. So that's why you can see, like, for example, Natasha, which is on the middle left, she's going on her own set of steps. Miss Webb, who's upside down near the top left of the page. She's in one particular realm. And then there's Ross, that's beneath the 4 other characters, which are more or less center stage of the stairs themselves. And then we have Holly, Lane, Alice, and Mr. Underwood himself. 7 people here, lovely! Indeed, it is a lovely day. Also, you can check out the developers' Twitter, and also if you want to support them in any ways financially, then click there to check out their Patreon page. CG Gallery. Samantha Webb. Decent art instructor. Very impatient. Is this the same demo you played earlier, or have they released another one? No, this is the same demo. But I thoroughly enjoy this demo, so that's why I'm going over it again. Very impatient teacher, independent, unnecessary staff, relation with parents strained, romantic complications, minimal close ties, consider options. So yeah, according to the file, Samantha Webb, Miss Webb even, is a teacher that is supposedly not needed at the school. Let's see, Ross. Held back 2 years, terrible motivation, bad influence, unstable home, close to Samantha, hopeless case. Like, this is just like the peak of the iceberg of what this game has to offer, I think. Like in terms of story and stuff like that, because I've heard that the story is going to be massive in this game. Good student, active in sports, a loner, reason, Russian immigrant, limited records, athletic scholarship potential. Alice Baker, top tier student, perfectionist, bit of a bully, that's an understatement of the century, dishonest, father on the ISS. No wonder she's so snarky, middle class. She feels like she could just get away with anything, and if something goes south, she'll be like, hey father, this person here has been a bit of a nuisance, would you sort them out for me? And he'll just do that for her. Holly Knight. Average student, lazy / bored, friends of everyone. Where's Cat? Yes. Note, board member's granddaughter. Okay. In mourning. Yikes. Give preferential treatments. And last but not least, miscellaneous, we're all scribbled out. So then, we are going to begin our adventures of this wonderful game right now. Oh yeah, I've erased all the save files, so let us start this journey. I have a few ideas of where the game could go post-demo, but all of them ties to the demise of my favourite character. Blood, dirt and sweat coat my arms to the elbows, and I can no longer tell where any of it came from. Okay, I see he really wants to apologise. He didn't mean to bother you with it. I may disagree with banning him, but I won't bother. That's okay, thank you for raising that issue. No, you're not. Axvia Star, you are arriving in style. Welcome to the stream. We have currently raised $137 for the past 11 days. Let us hope that we can raise more than that. I'm looking for that blue bar to slowly rise up, and even if it's just $1, then that $1 will go a long way for new story. Back to the story. If I keep going with this, I'll eventually be caught. What the hell am I going to do? I don't know, man. What are you doing at a school this late at night? Let's see. Oh, hello. Turner? A teacher rushes to the office, pushes the door with more force than necessary, flinched in my seat and sat upright. Are you the one that they call Miss Webb? Hi. After taking a step in, she stops. She finds me in a chair across from the empty desk. What's all that darkness from earlier? It's almost like that unravels something quite key to our protagonist very early on in this game, but the mystery of that is still yet to be surfaced. Oh, hey. You're in my class this year, aren't you? And this is our protagonist, Lane. Let's just hope he is travelling on the right lane in life. Hey, Miss Webb. Yeah, this year is the first. She eyes me with suspicion. Hey, don't you encroach me like that. I haven't done anything, and I'm not snooping around the school for nobody. What are you doing in here? I was called in on the intercom earlier, so I'm not sure yet. Okay, please keep waiting. She holds back annoyance, though not very well. She is visibly annoyed by all this. As she exits, she closes the door more softly than she entered. The sounds may indicate that she is calm, but on the inside she is very, very distressed. Something must have happened to her in order for her to be like that. Like something crept up recently. I look at the space around me. This is the first time I've been here. The administration offices are sectioned off from the classrooms, and this one dwarfs the others. Unattended coffee, or maybe it's tea, sits on the desk. Haha, Steam, as in like the place where I downloaded this game from and playing it right now, Steam. So, anyways, steam oh no, it's the first word of the sentence. Steam coming from the cup, wafts in the sunlight entering from the big four-sided thing called a window. I take a breath while combing the offices with my eyes. Actually, by the smell, it's definitely coffee. It's got that bitter smell to it. On the wall, there's a framed certificate titled Masters of Business Administration. It was issued from a prestigious university about 6 years ago. Near the degree are a set of frames arrayed with pinned butterflies. A wireframe model of a dodecahedron rests on the desk. It's really well detailed, this game. It really is. Like just going in everywhere, like the butterfly models over here, everywhere here, like that. It's just like the small details really count when it comes to the environment of a game and what it has to offer and stuff like that. Office chair. Books on the desk. Yeah, that's a dodecahedron model. There's a computer. I wonder how many processors that thing's got. And there's a coffee machine over there. A man's got to have his coffee machine in one's office. Probably is a mirror, but then again, who the hell's that tall in order to see their own face on that? Trophy cabinet over there. Anyways, moving onwards. Ah, speaking of a man himself, interrupting my fidgeting and my train of thought, and this time without a knock, a well-dressed man enters and greets me with a smile. Hi there, Lane. Thanks for being patient. I am the assistant principal, Mr. Underwood. I must not be in trouble, so I stand and extend my hand. His smile curves stronger at the gesture, and he shakes my hand firmly, as men do. Grip on that hand. And look at them in the eyes, and ensure that you know that you mean business to both yourself and to them. Anyways, his grip is stronger than mine. He closes the door behind him, walks to his desk and sits himself. Go ahead, sit. I heard you were asking around about odd jobs you could do for the school. I return to the same chair across from his desk that I've been warming and lean forward. Yes, I would like all the odd jobs that nobody else does. What have you got for me? Yes, sir. I was wondering if I could make extra money during the school year. So that's what it is. I was thinking of saving up for college. Admirable. You're in your senior year, right? Why not get a summer job? I worked at a library downtown over the break. I was trying to figure out something more local. The bus schedule makes it tricky. The Kafka Library, sorry. The Kafka Library, yes, a bit of a commute, nearly an hour each way. He drinks from his, and of course, time equals money. Let me start from the beginning, Flair. He drinks from his coffee and looks past me for a moment. Wait, there's nothing back there. Well, I do have something. Do it in italics. I have been introducing the idea to a few of the other seniors. What is your background? I have an incredibly charming voice. Anything that requires any kind of public speech, I'm your guy. Right, you're hired! I straighten up in my seat a bit, and I also have a really, really nice voice. I straighten up a bit in my seat a bit. I've had this interview-like exchange a few times. I'm from here, so I grew up with a lot of the students. Not that I know them all well, but I'm not shy. My grades are important to me. I'm a hard worker, and I've had lots of jobs, probably more than other students. Mr. Underwood seems receptive and maintains eye contact with me. I notice he's thumbing the side of his cup. His fingernail colors white from the pressure. Where else? I worked at the Parson Gas, the gas station. Yeah, I worked afternoon shifts on weekends for a while. I stocked shelves at the grocery too. Also, they sometimes need help at the water treatment plant and hire interns. So I've done work there on and off. You know, the on and off sort of thing where nobody else wants to do the job. You stay busy. All your work will pay off and you should feel proud. I grit my teeth and hold back any response. After a couple of seconds pass, I nod slightly. Mr. Underwood pats a small stack of papers on his desk. You have excellent grades too. You are a strong candidate. I feel like there's something lacking in which you're not telling us so far, Mr. Underwood. However, something I cannot glean from your file is whether or not you are able to work with little instruction. What I need is a student to take the project and run with it, reporting in weekly. He pauses, waiting for a response. I'm nervous. Not from the content of the conversation, from something else. My face may betray me, but I attempt a confident nod. I'd be happy to... There's no such thing as try. Do or do not. What do you need? I need someone with an entrepreneurial spirit to take the lead on forming a student... a student union. Look at that, it's the name of the game. Anyways, game. It is in the experimental phase, and I am trying to convince the board it is valuable to both the students involved and the administration. What I didn't tell at the beginning of the stream is that we're going to be going on for 3 hours today. 3 hours! That's until 21 o'clock on my right hand side, despite an upfront cost. As a president, you would put in a minimal amount of 10 hours in a week. Report to me directly, and you would have a small budget. 10 hours will not be a problem. Do you mean a group to represent all the students? As you might now. No, sorry. Our school receives federal funding. Our facility is part of the public education system, so our local government is mandated to allocate money to us to help us maintain resources for our students. And you're saying this for what reason, Mr. Underwood? The amount we receive may fluctuate when officials change offices, policies, legislation, or the state takes in more or less than anticipated. And when the target is not met either by going over the target or going below the target, that can have dire consequences. Our school system tends to be placed below other priorities But education is so important. What sort of initiatives, I guess, are more important than school? Exactly. Welcome, Bethany, Jackie, welcome to the stream. It depends on whom you ask. Insurance programs, infrastructure subsidizing local businesses, law enforcement, and assistance to struggling families. At mention of this last example, I catch myself looking at the "go away, Froggy" at the worn tip of my sneaker and redirect my gaze to Mr. Underwood. Mr. Underwood smiles. You are not going to find many here who disagree that education is important. Exactly. We are within an educational environment. Many moving pieces play a role in the decision making, but I did not call you in here to talk about that. Our administration receives a cut of the budget, and then we then craft our school budget from it. Year over year, the student population has been increasing, while our funding has been decreasing. What kind of decision making has that been orchestrated by? Like, when you have more people, you need more resources, more funding. So what kind of imbalanced scale is this? Obviously somebody who has not been very good when it comes to their put in charge sort of thing. I wonder, will we make it to a point where story takes a dark turn? I aim to finish by that point of dark turn. Is that why there's no sign up for track this year? That came out more something than I intended, my bad. Accusing or something like that, accusatory than I intended. We are taking a hard look at all of our extracurricular programs. Student representation is not the goal, service to the school is. We need additional manpower, and this is a relatively cheap method. And it presents you with an opportunity to help the school. If you do well and recruit some of your hard-working friends, you will make a positive impact. I cannot make promises beyond guaranteeing your paycheck. Oh dear, I came in here to this meeting in order to make money. Speaking of money, that donation bar to my right hand side, that hasn't moved yet since we started the stream, so what would be incredibly lovely for any one of you, even if it's just $1, even if it's like just sharing the stream, is to go down into the description of the stream, click the first link that you see, and then you'll be able to donate to New Story there. And that will allow them to be one step closer to building a family or a person a brand new house using 3D printing technology. 3D printing has gone so far over the years. How much would I be... Really? You have to go through that. You're always oriented about money, aren't you, Mr. Minimum Wage? The same amount you receive from the library. He responded without hesitation. He was prepared. It's disappointing, but not more than I can realistically expect. Mr. Underwood downs the rest of his drink and glances at the clock on the wall. Exactly. It's time to donate to... It's time to donate to New Story o'clock time. Are you interested? I hesitate, but only for a moment. I need this. I'm out of other options. Maybe I can reconnect with some old friends. You're saying this, but this is a visual novel of sorts, and we're going to rekindle some friendships along the way. I equip confidence and address Mr. Underwood. Definitely. It seems complicated, but I can help with whatever you need. Are you sure? This is not a small project. For me either. For me either. He glances at the wall behind me again. Yes, sir. What sort of work will I be doing? Underwood smiles. There you go. First, I believe that you can support some of our administrative functions. We need someone to man the library here, too, for example. We may also utilize your team for event planning services. We have excess facility rooms and spacious conference rooms. So space is not a problem. It's just the people aspect about it. I want to rent those for external events to earn revenue. Oh, like hosting workshops or conferences. I help the library with scheduling seminars. Yes, I need to develop a formal list of your responsibilities and the responsibilities of the union as a whole. In a hypothetical universe, we're forming some kind of Soviet revolution by forming a union at first. Remember, I said hypothetical. Achieve board approval and get some paperwork to you. What you need to do in the meantime is vital. Please recruit at least 4 other students by the end of the week. That will demonstrate to the board that we actually have interest and ambitious. I see what it means by the sentence now. Actually have interested and ambitious students to fuel the program. It will not work if you are the only participant. And usually they say the more the merrier, so if you get more, then that's an added bonus. Oh. Like a bucket of water thrown on a freshly lit match. Mr. Underwood senses my mood swing. You can ask some of your... He seems to catch himself and continues after an awkward lapse. Your classmates for help. It will actually be a great exercise for you in preparing for your role as delegator. We have intelligent and creative students here, and I am sure you will find a handful willing to support their school. Exactly. Yeah, I could do that. By Friday then? Yes. All of you meet me here and I'll give everyone an update and initial push. Do you... The bell rings. I wonder what Lane would have told Mr. Underwood if the bell did not ring. The bell rings. Mr. Underwood gestures to the door. You better head to the next period. I would hate to consume more of your time than it should. If you have questions, feel free to reach out by phone or email. Fluently, Mr. Underwood places his business card in my hand as I stand. It's a neat design. The card lists his office phone number, cell phone number, and email address. This is very businesslike. It is strange to give your cell phone number to a student. He seems devoted. He seems like he can trust you. I nod and reluctantly smile. Thanks a lot, Mr. Underwood. Thank you. He waves as I open the door and move back into the hall. Let's see what other adventures await here. Collecting my belongings from the last period was easy, since I hadn't brought any. I have all my personal belongings from my entire life with me. I don't have much to begin with. Some students' books are still on order and haven't arrived. Most inherited old books. I linger at my opened locker in the hallway. Mr. Underwood's card in one hand and my phone in the other. Turner Underwood, Assistant Principal. I add him to my contacts. Remember, his name is Turner. So if for some reason things don't turn in the right direction for us, we know where to turn to. Okay, aside bad puns, we're going to move on. I add him to my contacts. What was I about to ask him? What are we going to tell? I don't remember the background CG that's behind the save point being like that. What if that's had like a soft update or anything like that? Could be. It may very well could be. Can I get... No, I'm not going to ask the first question. That doesn't help anyone. Can I do anything to help get the project approved? Should I record my time worked a specific way? If I was Lane, I would say this. Hi, Mr. Underwood. It's Lane. Do you think I should record my time worked a certain way? Very interesting. Good question. I will leave timekeeping to you. Keep a central written or electronic record for anyone. I would say a bit of both, so that in case the electronic gets lost, you still have the hand-on-hand record. I slip Mr. Underwood's business card in my worn wallet. With a metal clack, I close my empty locker. The sound echoes, and the students who are shuffling around me have already entered the next classes. I haven't memorized my schedule yet, so I ease my crumpled note from my pocket, and after a confirming glance, I crinkle it back in place and walk. I need to know a couple of people I can ask for Mr. Underwood's project. During lunch with this afternoon may be a good time to ask around. In the meantime, I'll plan, since we don't have many details worked out. Otherwise, I doubt I'll persuade anyone. 2 students, myself included, would be guaranteed at least. I'll need 3 more exactly. Students are standing in irregular circles outside my destination. Groups migrate past me while I approach 2 students in conversation. What's everyone up to at this point in time? Watching. Hello there. Why not? He is strict, and he lives right next to me. Who is he, then? It doesn't matter how hard-ass he is, or where we hand off. Geez, just help me out like before. This guy on the right here, I think, is the troublesome student that we read the files of near the beginning of the stream. Her skull, upperwear, the lack of sleeves, that attitude, the torn clothing, makes her out to be quite the troublesome student. I don't know. Hey! Evan spots me and with a sidelong step widens the circle of 2. Why is everyone out here? Forget it, man. Either ignoring or reacting to my interruption, she moves against the flow of the other students. I notice a classroom they had been neglecting near is empty. Oh no! I should finish Crooked Man for another time. Yeah, Crooked Man's a good game. I think Art's cancelled today. Art's cancelled. And who might be the teacher of said art class, the one we met at the very beginning of the game, and not Mr. Underwood, the one that had paint stains on her? Something happened to Miss Webb. Why? I begin moving with the flow of the crowd and Evan follows beside me. I don't know, she didn't come in, and Coach Jean just told us to head to the gym. You mean Miss Webb? Yeah, Ross said she was really upset this morning. Okay, that's clarification. So something did happen. Wonder what it could be. It was noted that her relationship with her parents is complicated. Her romance life is complicated. Or not there. It's kind of very, very open as to what could have happened. Like she might have received a phone call or something, she's distressed in some way. Like, this is why I really love this game, because it adds in a lot of little things that makes you think. His eyes look past me and catch on a passing classroom door. Instinctively I follow his darting glance and see nothing but a closed door. What I see so far have not been any donations for News Story throughout this entire stream so far. $1. That's all it can be. Or if not, then share the stream around so that others may see the stream, and then there'll be more potential viewers and donators. No, but every dollar counts, and I'd be thoroughly appreciative if any one of you can do that. He continues doing this with each room we pass, so I decide to ignore it. She looked it. She was trying to find the new assistant principal, but I don't know why. It's weird. What is? I don't know. It's so different this year. Oh, did you? Did I what? I stumble hard and grip the handrail. The loose railing provides no support. I have a strong vendetta against this particular handrail. And if we make it to the end of this demo, you'll be able to find out why. I release it with a jerk and catch myself on the wall instead, palms open. Maybe that can be one of your jobs, Lane, to improve the construction work of these staircases, including the handlebars. Beyond the inner railing, a new gap separates the flights. The height from the second floor creates a more potent wake-up call than the smell of Mr. Underwood's coffee. Crap. That'll really hurt someone before it's fixed. Huh. I right myself as we continued downstairs. Did you ask? About a work-study position? Mr. Underwood said he'd like me to start a group, like a paid club that helps with school. See, that's weird too. You know about the layoffs, right? And with way less elective classes, Principal Decker must be desperate, that's all. Mr. Underwood mentioned the school's budget was cut. That's more weird, not less. How can they pay you? There's less staff, but not less work. But you have to pay someone to do it, and we're cheap. What do you mean? Yeah, exactly. I haven't agreed to anything from the perspective of Evan. Yep. I face Evan outside the gym entrance with peep in my step. The burst of energy exhausts him. It's minimum wage. You'll need to put in around 5 hours a week. I've got a lower limit of 10 since I'm organising it. You mean you've got a higher limit since you're organising it? You just said to them 5, and you said to yourself I've got a lower of 10. Lane, you're either misinterpreting the meaning of higher and lower, or there's been a grammar error within the game. And Evan scrolls at the floor. As I expected, I'm smiling. I don't know. I have a lot of questions, and you can't. We lock eyes. Hell yeah, do they update the game? Don't think so. I think there's been a few visual changes, but aside from that, then I don't think so. When you go to save, I think the visuals here are different, but I think that's about it. Although it's really nice, it's quite thematical. You know, being in a locker and you find photo files in there, and those photo files containing save points. Of course, take your time and I'll text you the details tonight. Conveniently after I figure them out. Besides, there might not be a drama club unless someone helps out around here. With that smirky smile, Lane. You said a group. How many people? 4 at the very minimum. 3 more to get us going. Want me to ask Holly? It's probably not her thing. It doesn't hurt to ask exactly. And if she says no, then that must mean that, well, you definitely have an answer. Otherwise, it could be a hypothetical, well, what if she did want to join or something like that? Let's go in now. I think we're late. For what? Everyone's either sitting around or playing ball. Our art class is around 20 members, and there must be well over 4 classes in here. They might as well have cancelled school today. Almost don't hear Evan over the chatter. Ross might have had the right idea this time. I borrowed an abandoned basketball and joined the idle shooting on a corner of the court. Evan follows along the sideline. So what were you two talking about? And also welcome to the stream as well, Cake Engineer. Nothing really. I mentioned Mr. Underwood moved into our apartment building. My shot bounced off another student's just above the rim, so I lifted another ball rolling nearer. How did you find out? He asked me to move a couple of boxes. It is alone, but I think. But he seems nice. So I didn't text you back. On my next throw, the ball moves through the net with a swish. That's fine. Got some good sunset shots out there. Did you talk to the librarian? She said they found someone. At the gas station? Nothing there or the grocery. The timing's off and they have enough hands. You know I can do your homework sometimes or cover for you. My next throw misses with a thud from the blackboard. It's fine. I'm going to have the student group. If I do well, it's sure to be steady. Right. So what will you do? Make Mr. Underwood's coffee. I mean, I'll make a mean mocha. Could you make me one as well? I love mochas, Lane. I'm serious. So am I. Oh dear, Lane. Keep your eyes out of the gutter. My shot once again intercepts another student just above the rim. All this talk about that. A tall girl approaches us with a relaxed greeting. Hi. Hello there. She addressed Evan, but I responded anyway. What's up? Is it better to take turns? I'm briefly confused and glance at Evan. Well, Evan's not one who are taking shots here, Lane. Her message clicks after he nods to the basketball goal. Oh, sorry. She nods slowly and turns away. Evan stops her by speaking up, which catches me more off guard than her. Now, wait, this is Lane. He's a senior too, and at this point I suspect a pattern. Did he become popular with... It doesn't matter if it's either with boys or girls, for goodness sakes. Naz listening patiently as Evan trails off. The answer is no, better help him. We're offering a few students a paid position at the school. I just started this group to help the school administration, since they're short-staffed. About 5 hours a week or so. It's a club that looks very good on your resume when you graduate. You'd be organising events and managing the library or the computer lab. I have no interest. Okay, as she walks away, she catches a stray basketball. She is, actually, in a way. She's attractive. I send a smile to Evan. Your pitch needs work. Worked on you, didn't it? Aren't you worried? I'll manage. We've got until Friday to get more members. Thanks for the wingman, though. You got it. How'd you know her anyway? Through Holly. Holly kind of knows everyone. She knows everyone. Putting her in basically means we're set. Like I said. Let's say you're right. Who else? Since I no longer feel confident enough in my multitasking to avoid disturbing Nat, I led us to the bleachers, whatever those are. What you said earlier. We need people to manage the library? I sat with my back to the wall. Why can't you just do that? Yeah, it makes sense. Mr. Underwood didn't make it sound like a sole student was an option, though. It's that they don't want to go through the setup for a single person. How much could it even be? Enough is not worth it without a substantial program. Okay, I don't like it, but you should ask. If there's anyone within this school that I do not want any kind of association with throughout this entire existence, it's Alice. I smile and take census of the students here. You're full of solutions today. Today, huh? It sounds like as if he doesn't offer assistance in any other ways, or is sharp in any other days. I approach a brooding guy and interrupt his reclined position. Hey, Kane. No, wait, don't. Evan flinches and reaches out. Kane sits up as I approach and greets me with a look of recognition. Sup? What's going on with this? What? A sudden glare. Not the response I anticipated. Your GF, why isn't she with you? Oh, he steps level with me, then glances at Coach Jean. Making sure there's nobody there. The coach is playing on his phone on the court bench. Kane stands taller and is much more physically imposing compared to other students. I think this is the kind of person, Lane, that you shouldn't really pee off, okay? And I think you've just done that. And to me, what the blanky hell are you trying to say, you little blank? What? Nothing, You just what? Want to be funny? Get a rise out of me? Oh, my collar tightens as he grips with just my search for philosophy. I wonder if it will dare. No? What are you? Proxies for white flags, my hands raised defensively. He shoves me onto the stairs, with collar digging into my... Ouch! Sharp pain. I wince and reef. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And he just storms off. So for those of you who are watching right now, you have the opportunity, if you have $1 to spare or anything like that, is to go down in the description below, and the first link that you will see is a link to News Story where you'll be able to donate to their charity so that they're able to build more homes out of 3D printing technology, so that for those of us in the world who don't have enough to be able to live in a home, can be able to do so. Evan helps me up, right? You okay? Probably. They broke up over the break. It was really public. Something tells me Kane did not want to be the one that made it public. Really? I mean, even I knew. I noticed Nat looking at me from the court. She resumes playing. Well, I'd say that hurt my pride more if my back didn't hurt so much, jeez. She dumped him apparently, and told everyone he was a bloody hell, a womanizing pig, a failure, a poisonous fool. And you're not much better, Alice. Specific. She posted online. I've been too busy with work to be plugged in. I know. It only seems to hurt worse when I massage the area, so I stopped attempting. I'll catch Alice over lunch. Think she'll join? I don't know. Probably. Crazy a-hole. I spend time recovering in Evan's company until our next class. My bad. As my sounding board, Evan helps think out more for group's jobs, or at least become more familiar with the idea. Okie pokey vent. This is the cafeteria. The dying of the cafeteria discomforts me. Energetic freshmen socialize with a few outgoing upperclassmen. I don't see Evan but scan carefully for my target. Despite the noise, there are fewer students than last year as usual. I might be wrong about that, since Mr. Underwood said there were more students overall. The room disperses the aroma of the kitchen. Chicken strip day. Reliable as ever. I don't find who I'm looking for, but I spot a familiar face. A short girl sits alone at the end of the table. Hey there. She's staring at her food and motionless, expressionless, as if separated by miles. I decide to put an end to that and sit across from her. It's funny to see so many empty seats around you. She flinches, dropping a plastic fork. Oh, hey there. This is my favourite piece from the entire soundtrack so far. Holly is radiant, beaming at me. You're right. Where is everyone? She steals my... Now that's not nice. I was gonna ask you that, honestly. Well, this presents an opportunity for catching up. I haven't seen you since forever. You got huge. You just shrunk. There's also that as well. With a grin, I begin enjoying my finger food. My vast cuteness has simply reached maximum density. You're dense. Yeah, Holly, that wasn't the best choice of words. With a fork flourish that's a little too close to my face, she retorts without hesitation. You may not like it, but this is what peak performance looks like. If that's the case, anyways. I didn't say I didn't like it. She giggles and clears her throat. Good, now then, dear wanderer, why has Vam approached my spring after so many years? I thought it was months. The school only has a month or so of a break at the very most, not years. Or maybe it just felt like years. Like seeing your best friend after a month or so, or something like that. Along those lines. Where am I going with this anyways? Where's the check on as well? Weeks, you mean? The break isn't that long. Every day without sufficient worship is another scar upon my soul, an affront to my divinity. Awfully needy for a goddess. The library kept me occupied. Working, of course, boring as usual, or needing to keep up our keep. Responsible has a better ring to it. What were you doing then, a great one? She hesitates. She's preparing for the harvest. I think she changed her number over the break. I can read the mood and don't pry further. Well, I hope my current tribute will make up for my heresy. It's a start. Her little fingers trace the edge of her tray. Her touch food must be cold by now. How dare it be? Things will pick up next week. Speaking of work though. Oh? Her positive expression dissipates. I'm starting a student union and we could use a mascot. Interested? She scoffs with a regained smile. That's a new one. Granddaddy didn't mention it, so it must be a brand new scheme. Mr. Underwood's brainchild. Cheap labor, resume build. Resume building, sorry. though valiant effort I avoid talking with my mouth full. Figures. Granddaddy said Principal Decker was desperate for new ideas. Are you in? You can just sign up on paper, contribute or hang out as you feel like. I'm not sure about the level of commitment expected, but I don't correct myself. She paused for a few seconds before shaking her head. No, it'll probably be stressful. Come on, I'll pick up your slack. You won't have to if I'm not joining. She's gripping a tray, the tenants in her hand visible. Yeah, what happened to you over the break? Because you're, recovering from something. But it's never clear in the demo as to what her, what she went up, or what came about. Okay. I'll just let you know how it goes. Are you gonna eat all that? Oh no, go ahead and tax me. Thanks! She grips my wrist as I reach for her food. But know this, the blood debt will be... What? What are you talking about? Hey, thank you to the person who just donated $1. Thank you so much. Let's see who we got here. Anonymous. Thank you, Anonymous. That's the beauty of these sort of things, that people can donate anonymously. Where am I? Oh, I'm not even selected on the game. Okay. I'll owe you one. Okay? Okay, I shall hold you intimately to that promise, Wanderer. I wouldn't use the word intimately. You Mr. Vo. Ever gonna get tired of being so silly? It's not silly, it's fun. You won't get it. Don't people make fun of you? At this age, I almost add, my supreme adorability grants safe passage. So it tells me nah, but because of those sparkles, I'll let it slide. I can make fun of you if you're feeling left out. Especially because it's difficult to read only for a moment. I'm not. Hey, mind if I sit with you? Evan stands beside the table awaiting permission to intrude. Just as I'm about to tell him it's fine, Holly beats me to him. Another one joins the flock. Please kneel, traveller. I'll just sit exactly. What took you? Calculus is no joke this year. God damn it, math. His exasperation is palpable. With a few extra newtons, he plops down. Rip. Okay, for this segment, I'm going to play this with my glasses off. Evan rolls his eyes as a thin girl slides into place beside Holly. Her hairstyle changed over a break, so it takes me a second to recognize her. Yeah, about that. She looks at me with a grin, which helps jog my memory pretty quick. Welcome to the Fall Feast. Holly bounces with enthusiasm and bumps shoulders with Alice. Thank you. You like Mr. Underwood's class? I respect the man. He's a good instructor. Speaking of, I'd like to talk to you. Why is that the case, Alice? Oh? I glance at Evan, whose expression tells me the plan's off. Mr. Underwood told me about the student union. I'll be joining, of course. Great! As the president, naturally. Of course you have to have a butt in there, something like that. My smile fades. Hey, I asked for it first, you know. I've been wanting an opportunity like this for a while, to really start making some changes around here. You can drop the grin, Alice. We get it, okay? You're a snarky individual. It took someone new in the administration to incite the shake-up. But I suppose that's how it goes. I'm glad you're into it, but Mr. Underwood already agreed. The vowed decoration leading the charge makes for a compelling sale to the scoreboard. Sensing conflict, Holly shrinks. Evan eats his meal. I'm the best suited for seeing this through. I lean forward onto my empty tray. Did he mention how many hours I'd get? He said I'd need to give at least 10 hours weekly to manage the group, but we're not sure how utilized members will be. You can always work less. I'll be sure to have someone cover for you. I stand up on the table, tray in one hand, my other shoveling into my pocket. Excuse me, exactly. Right, we can finally go back into HD because Alice is not with us now. There are characters in games which I don't like, and she is one of them. Although, I don't like her for the right reasons. Because there could be characters within the game I don't like, but because they just have no background to them. But we've got a firm idea of what kind of character Alice is, and she is a cynical being. I yanked my phone to my ear and listened to the dial-out noise, and eventually Mr. Underwood's voicemail message. My phone vibrates. Can't talk now, what do you need? Alice wants to be president, where does that leave me? If Alice would like to try for a spot, the fair approach would be democratic. Yeah, exactly. The founding members will vote for the president Friday. If? I tugged my phone away and returned to the cafeteria, and Holly excused herself from our table. I wonder if it's because she was done. It could be the case. Is it time to go back into standard definition for me? Well, I think so. Yeah, it is. I know so. With that, I can pull a group together in no time. Alice, did you even talk to Mr. Underwood? My confrontation is met with a smirk. What did he say? The president's position will be put to vote on Friday. That is quite fair. I can't argue with that, I suppose. Frustrated, I sit. It is, and you're outnumbered. It won't do for you to intimidate others. Okay, Alice, what have you got in mind for somebody who publicly posts about a relationship breakup and all that? We both look at Evan, who won't look either of her straight on. I'm with Lane, sorry. Of course, he's consistent. Fine, I'll soon have followers of my own. With an enthusiastic tap on the table, she stands. Well then, gentlemen, I do look forward to establishing bipartisan solutions after my... not swearing. Hold on, I need to read that. After my swearing-in ceremony, okay, for goodness sakes. Evan and I look at each other in silence. Alice acts uncharacteristically shy about us judging her. Well, I couldn't give a damn. For now, I hope to have a spirited competition. I'll bid you both adieu. Good, I can go back to HD now. I can go back to being normal. After she leaves, I turn to Evan. What were you talking about while I was gone? She was brainstorming ways to recruit people quickly. And the short version is to make false promises, get lots of students to join on that basis, have a group established, but let things settle however they settle. That is a load of ball. Seriously? That sounds like a recipe for disaster. Mr. Underwood would lose respect for me if he found out. He might even fire me. But think about it. Has he given any specific instructions? A few. So it's reasonable. Expected even. That a student acting on his own wouldn't get all the details straight, you see. I'm not incompetent. Doesn't matter, he's taking a risk by letting you figure things out alone. He would be able to justify firing you. After it's already set up anyway, and... Stop, I'm not doing that. But you need the money. If Alice does it, then I might get less work from the school. Big bloody deal. And my snappy flinches look at me with a sludge, for goodness sakes, okay. Yeah, you kind of snapped there, Lane. That's not good on you. Are you going to finish? You can have the rest. Thanks. Inelegantly, I pocket his last morsel, and not long after we move on to finish out the day's classes. Yeah. Oh dear, normally I'd like the last class of the day, but not this time. Excuse me? That is not a sound we've heard of before. Or maybe it is. Who knows? But it was a rather soft sound. A slight shove from behind catches me off guard. I turn quickly. And who would it be on this delightful day? Ah, hi there. A professionally dressed woman blushes. I recognize her, since she's been a fixture of the school for as long as I can remember. Hey there. Principal Decker. Excuse me, it's a bit crowded in here between class. Exactly, it is very, 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 very crowded. She smiles warmly and dusts my upper back. My face flushes, and I watch the crowd flowing past us both. It's really okay. No problem. She waits for students with more care, and those that recognize her make a path. I finished walking through the door to my last class. Study hall bothers me. I signed up for this period, that much is true. However, I doubt anyone here approaches the situation. No textbook to study it, no assignment to complete, no talking, assigned seating. Coach Gene idles in his cell phone. One clever student brought their own book to read, a few others drawing notebooks. Oh dear. What? After a tap on my shoulder and a subtle exchange, a note reaches my desk. Pull fire alarm vote. 8 tally marks on a yes and 3 on a no. I crumble it into my pocket to end the game, yeah. I think that's a very modest choice there, Evan. Lane, sorry. I'm feeling worn out. Maybe I'll nap. Where have the people gone? The chat's been silent for about half an hour. Between the fire alarm and the bell. I'd be covered for alarm clocks. Great. I lay my head to rest on my forearms and close my eyes. But my head hurts, aches. I roll my palm over the back of my head. Fingers slip from my head to my scalp. The texture of little bumps cling to my hair around the sensitive area. Soft clumps collect beneath my fingernails. But blood? What's that doing in your hand there, Lane? Sit up for a burst of dizziness. I hold one side of the desk for balance and pull my hand in front of me. Ruddy residue of dry blood stains on my palm. I don't think I'm bleeding. Anymore, as they would say. Kind of hard to focus. I check my phone's clock. After pressing past the low battery notification, I see that it's almost 8:30 p.m. Crikey, that's what you call dark. My sore back and throbbing head convinced me not to stop and brood. Great. I struggle into the empty hall, each step with increased equilibrium. Though it's dark, I'm able to find the entrance via the faint light of my phone and from the hall windows. The front door doesn't give way. Calm. I'll try again. It dawns on me that I'm locked in the school. I survey the door, hall, and nearby windows. No luck in finding an easy exit. Just when I'm about to call Mr. Underwood, my phone dies. Great. Camping here isn't going to kill me, but I'd rather not. I carefully move down the hall to investigate the first floor, as one does. Anyone here? My voice echoes. Many of the classrooms are locked, and those that aren't hold, no signs of life. As I near a complete pass on the first floor, I hear a single thud from the scene exactly. Who would be about here? I step close to the main stairwell, which is poorly lit. Hello? A louder thud replies. Still dizzy. Cautiously I move up the stairs using both hands for support. There's terrible lighting here, I can't see a thing. I get to the end of a railing at the top of a flight and move to my knees my hands and knees for better support. I'm crawling up the stairs while hugging the wall. Better safe than sorry. Oh my gosh, the boom of a door slamming causes me to flinch. As they continue upward, yeah, exactly, when there's no sound at all, a sound like that is much louder than you would normally think it is. Words catch my drying throat. My hand touches something in the darkness, something warm and wet, like the inside of a mouth. Putting back quickly, my knees skid down one stair below. I stop and listen. I wipe my damp hand on my jeans and continue moving upwards, taking great care to avoid that area. From the top of the stairs, the hall is illuminated by a lit, open classroom. Silently, I move to my feet and slide to the door, and I peer inside to see White Eyes staring back at me. Hi! I cover my heart and jump at the same time she sees me. Hi! Her face flips with irritation. Not simultaneously, but almost instantly. You! What are you doing here? Nothing. What has Turner got you doing now? Turner Underwood? No, I'm trying to get home. The door's locked. Why are you here? She closed the distance between us. I fell asleep. I couldn't stop it from sounding like an excuse. She glanced at the clock. Really? You napped over 6 hours, huh? I'm sorry, I was embarrassed. I bumped my head at gym today and felt sleepy during study hall. Let me see. She inspects my head with her finger and I wince. Her expression softens. Oh, are you alright? Are you alright? I have a lot of noise up. I heard a lot of noise up here. I was unpacking and set up materials for tomorrow's class. There are several cardboard boxes behind her in the classroom, one of which is empty. Oh dear. Paper, pencils, pastels, markers, newspapers, sketchbooks, and other supplies are splayed out on the floor. I heard a door. Look, let's get you sorted and call your parents. She appraises me. Jeez, you haven't got blood in your pants. Why don't you tell someone? Looking at my thigh, I confirmed myself and turned toward the stairwell. It was a stairwell. Someone might have had an accident there. What's your name? Lane. My phone died. Mine didn't. What's their number? I look back at her. Whose? Oh, I don't remember. Okay, I'll look it up. Come on then. She takes me by the wrist and leads me to the administrative side. Jeez. We enter an office door labeled Principal Decker. She motions to the couch after flickering on the light. Don't sit down. I obey. The officer's plain, but the couch looks expensive. Notebooks and malign folders lean off the desk in a precarious stack. Looks like portraits of the school itself, possibly. Or a precious memory of the past. Last name? Fox. She furrows her brow and moves from one filing cabinet to another. Miss Webb? Yes? Did you buy those art supplies? As she turns to me, her butt bumps the paper stack, sending its contents wafting to the floor. Oh, blank me. She goes to her knees to collect the mess and I help her. Yes, I did. Why? Otherwise, I wouldn't have any. I'll clean this. You can keep looking for my file. She moves a strand of hair behind her ear and eyes me. Then she follows my suggestion. After a few quiet minutes, I've sorted the pages into 2 separate stacks on the desk. I open the desk drawer. Principal Deck, you might have to explain why there's a bottle of wine in your drawer. Don't touch her personal items. Miss Webb snatches it from me and sets the bottle back in the desk before closing it definitely. Sorry. Miss Webb huffs. Also, do you not actually attend this school? Your record is missing. Oh, Mr. Underwood might still have my file. What's your address? My record is probably in his office. We can't just go check, right? No, it would be rude to intrude when he's not around. And the same would apply for Principal Decker's office. I look around at the room. She recognizes the inconsistency too. I'll just drive you home. Come on. Wait, you're gonna come back to finish unpacking? I haven't decided. Come on. Damn, with impatience she moves out of the office, turning the lights off on me before I follow. Why don't I help you? We could go twice as fast. You realize you probably had a concussion, don't you? I feel a lot better after the nap. She spins on her heel to address me. You are going home, young man. Okay, alright. Yes, madam. Please wait here. She collects her purse from the art room, leaving me alone in the dim hall. My head is still throbbing, so foregoing helping her unpack is probably for the best. I place my hands in my pockets and realize the one which held those 2 notes is now empty. My schedule's gone and so is that fire alarm note. We'll use the emergency exits to get to the parking lot faster. Miss Webb moves ahead of me and in the opposite direction of the pitch-black stairwell. I follow. Will we set off the fire alarm? We should, but it's broken. That's probably against some regulation, right? You should put it on your to-do list for your club. Thanks, Miss Webb. We walk from the exit stairs, through the parking lot, and then step into the car. We'll probably go to, like, Actually, I'll think about it. We'll go to about 8 o'clock. And I tell her my address and we start the drive. After a couple of minutes of silence, I break the ice. Sorry for the trouble. She glances at me unfazed. How did you fall? I don't remember exactly. You do remember, that's a lie, Lane. I look out the passenger side window. Do you remember non-exactly? If you're being bullied, I need to know. It's not that. Honest. Yeah. Well, a bump on the head gives you a pass. Please be more careful. The ride is quiet again. I'm not sure for how long. My mind wanders. Your project returner, Mr. Underwood. Was it your idea or his? I think both. I asked what I could do to help for a part-time job, and he recommended it. So it was your decision. It's something that you want to do. I hesitate. Definitely, yeah. Do you want to join? Wow. She laughs slowly. I'm not a student anymore. I've had my fill of groups in college. Maybe we can help you. First, I can come in early tomorrow and help you finish unpacking. You're dead set on it, huh? Her focus returns to the road. If you mean it, I'll be in that classroom around 7. There's no pressure, though. It would take us more than 30 minutes. Thanks. Do you want my... Nah. Are you always so bold or just with a head industry? I feel my cheeks flush. No, but thank you. You can call the school and ask for me if you need to. Exactly. Is this it? We've arrived at my place. Miss Webb pulls the car close to the parking area. Yeah, the one on the left. Thank you for the ride. There are no cars parked next to the building. All the lights are off. Miss Webb looks like she's about to ask me something, but seems to change her mind. No problem. Do you have a key to get in? I hope we have that at the very least. Yeah, I'm good. Alright. See you at school. Yeah, Miss Webb waits for me to go inside before driving away. And here we have... I'm greeted by a passionate meow. I know. You're the one who wouldn't go out this morning. After flipping the light switch, I take the chicken strip from my pocket and place it into Gesture's food bowl. Is your cat called Gesture? With that occupying him, I walk through the hall to my room and settle in for the night. Yeah, boy. And this is our room. A cool glass of water, a healthy dose of whatever that is, and a change of clothes refresh me. There's just a scratch on my head that I can trace with my fingertips, but it doesn't hurt. Scribbled over, probably, I sit on my bed and pick up my charging phone. Alice, could you do us a big favour and not ruin our night, please? We've already had a bit of a terrible night. We don't need you making it even worse. Who gave you my number? Information asymmetry is too fun to ruin. Truce. Let me be present. I need... What? Typo. Not happening, but feel free to concede gracefully. I had the number to my contacts as Alice and stare at my phone for a few seconds. After putting it beside my pillow, I turn off my bedside lamp. How did she get us? How did she get our number? Probably most likely Holly or Evan. Prized it out of Evan. Bright and early as promised, at least on my end. Someone other than Miss Webb shows up and to my surprise stops to unlock the door. Rosaline shoves the door against the wall with a slap. What are you doing? Going in. You coming? I'll follow her inside, closing the door behind us. Leave it open, man. After muttering an apology, I reopen it. Okay, so really, what are you doing? I owed Sam a favour. Are you good? She leans on the door frame and gives the room a look. Who is Sam? Your teacher. You mean Miss Webb? I appraise her, my eyes moving over her body. She stiffens. I highly doubt her idea of you helping was to open the door for me this morning. Why don't we get started? It'll be quick. Come on, Ross. I could use the company. Fine, what do I do? I'm not sure what to do either, so I improvise. See those boxes? You can divide out the supplies and I'll set up an easel per workstation here. Bossy, aren't you? You literally just asked me what to do, you know, so let's get to it. Her fingers trace the edge of Miss Webb's desk as she moves to a box I indicated. Sure, this is for Sam, not you, so don't get weird ideas. Yeah, exactly. I smile. Whatever works, I would say. We set up the room for the classes to come, and to my surprise, Ross pulls her weight. Why are you up so early? She ignores me. Where's Miss Webb anyways? She's just busy. We continue when the class itself has transformed. We continue once a couple boxes have been cleared out of it. What do you mean whipping them? What are you doing, man? Hey, quit it, dumbass. Ross kicks me, causing me to stumble and turn abruptly. Ow, what the hell? She snatches the torn box from me. Don't you think she'll want to reuse these? Or recycle them for something? Oh, you're right. Sorry. With a huff, she pushes the box behind Miss Webb's desk. So that's it. I think so, yeah. We've got some time before class. And? I step a little closer. Yesterday, what were you asking Evan to do? Heh, that weasel. I used to get him to do my math. Now he's too scared. You want him to do your homework? Just for math. It's not like I need to solve for X in real life. Algebra. We're well past solving for X, but decide against letting her know. Are you bad at it? It's not that. I don't do it because it's pointless. Why do you even care, man? How about I help you with it? I'm not a weasel. Sure, I won't stop you, but not for free. What do you pay Evan? She scoffs. Nothing. Okay, $5 for each assignment. You're kidding, that's more than fair. Just do one a week if you don't like it. She glares into the hall. I'll think about it. She starts up, but I move in front of her. What? Give me your number. I don't think I'm your type. How else are you going to give me the assignments? Unless you'd rather have my address. Oh yes, fine, I guess. Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't do that now, would ya? She recites her number as I add it to my phone. I grin. Great. Thanks. Sure. She pushes past me and I'm left in the room alone. I lift my phone. Hey, did you give my number to Alice? No. Holly might have. Holly has my number too? She asked for it yesterday. She didn't text you? Nope. My fingers brushed the rough texture of my jeans as I slid my phone away. My eyes linger on my thigh. I'll just go to my first class a bit early. That's a good idea. It's still quiet, but I'm sure students will begin filling in shortly. Just like this morning when I came up, the stairwell remains pristine. I touch my head. It feels better. The scab might actually be smaller today. It probably just looked more dramatic than it actually was at the time. As I move out from the stairwell into the hall, I spot Kane standing outside of my next classroom. He's leaning near the door and looking at a crumpled piece of paper in his hand. I search for an exit to avoid him, but he looks up and waves me over. I doubt sprinting away is an option, so I approach. Yeah? How you doing? He holds out his hand. The paper is my schedule from yesterday. Did you take this from me? He stands straight and places it in my hand. Found it. Figured I'd give it back to the owner. Okay. Thanks. My insincerity isn't lost on him. I want to talk anyway. Listen, I really didn't mean anything yesterday. I don't give a damn, honestly. He steps closer. Oh, sorry for a little shove. No hard thing. What do you mean little shove? You caused a scar back of my head. Right. He ruffles my hair firmly, irritating my scab. I step back. Good. Since we resolved things between us, there's no need to bring it up with anyone else, do you agree? Yeah. Is that it? A flash of irritation moves over his face. He looks past me. Almost. I heard you and Alice are starting a group. I'm not interested in Alice, if that's what you're getting at. It's genuine. She's not interested in you. No, why are you doing it? I'm helping the school. BS, what do you get? Well then, Kane. Well, it's a paid position. Not much, but something. Huh, okay. Then why does... He rubs his neck and glances over his shoulder. Kane is the kind of character that you see at the first instance as being a character that would be a bully around the school and stuff like that, but I think throughout the game, the entire game, and what's going to be in the future past the demo, is that he is a far smarter character than you probably let him on. You probably just think he is a very dull, dumb, but brutish individual. I think there is something to him which is underestimated by a lot of people now, but then they'll be surprised when the full game comes out in 2023. For a moment, it seems like he's going to ask me something, but he shrugs. Forget it. You have something on your mind, don't you, Kane? Tucking his hands into both pockets, he leaves me to linger in the hall alone. I'm thankful. I rotate my schedule from one side to the other. My name isn't on it. My pocket vibrates, so I swipe the paper with my phone. This is some sort of prank, isn't it? Oh hey. Holly, right? No response. I do have a little more time before class. I can humour her, I guess. I wouldn't if you knew what's going to happen. I'm going to have to charge my phone more often at this rate. I approach my locker. Maybe I'll regain that middle school popularity I enjoyed after a while. Evan's right about it being a weird start to the year, but it'll even out. And my head numbs instantly. I slap my hand over my mouth. A severed hand lies in my locker. Beneath the detached wrist, a deep red pool has collected. I can't even scream. After I recoil, my back hits against the opposing lockers. White streaks now draw down the side of the open locker. Bloody hell, man. What kind of sick joke is this, Alice? The little hand is familiar. The same little hand I saw clenching a lunch tray yesterday. Now, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a bit bloodied. Why? What is this? I look around desperately, spot a silhouette turn the corner of the hall. Scrambling to my feet, I put my track and field train to full use. Oh Jesus, secret murder is now... No, indeed, and welcome to the stream, Piscus Iris, unless you've already been here for a long time. Oh dear, I turn the corner and see Holly and Alice giggling at me. You fell for it, oh my goodness, your face. Do you need to go home and change? Holly bounces and brandishes both of her healthy hands. I'm okay, see? My terror becomes relief, but only for a second. Then I see things. Holly's enthusiasm fades and my fury registers. That's right, we strike terror into our enemies. I approach quickly, teeth clenched. Alice looks at Holly. This is but a taste of the trials a mere mortal must endure to challenge the gods, right, Holly? So I think, in certain ways, no, not certain ways, it's an absolute way, is that you don't do that to someone. Like, as frustrated as you would be, you would scream, yes, you would shout, but not physically apply force. I slap her face so hard she stumbles sideways, her glasses bounce across the floor. Lane! What the hell were you thinking? Alice's eyes well with tears. She hesitates a moment before running away. My vision blurs before I know what's happening. My body bounced against the locker, so somebody must have grabbed me. And, Kane again. I'm pressed against the classroom door, the handle digging into my bag. Kane is holding me in place, glaring into my eyes. You piece of filth, how dare you? And that's the same person that literally called you a womanizing pig online, Kane, for goodness sakes. His fist slams into my face, my head knocking against the door with a crack. Holly screams and pulls at Kane's elbow. Stop it, we were just joking, please. The commotion has brought other students over and Coach Jean shoves through them to stop us. But of course Kane pushes me again, and I hear the glass behind me shatter. My memory ends. Oh dear, this is not the end of the demo, by the way. That's just the prologue, whatever you want to call it. And we're in hospital, for goodness sakes. Yeah, Kane does know how to use his physique in a way. I'm in a white room, in a white bed, with an ugly blanket. Everything looks clean at a glance, but with a closer look reveals a thin layer of grime and dust. Consciousness returns to me hazily. It's a slow process, but I feel myself getting more lucid while staring at the little cracks in the wall. That was violent indeed. Like, Kane was really furious with us. Although I'm not surprised as to why he's furious, you know, laying hands on another person. This is a hospital room. Why? Oh, I remember. Damn it all. Interrupting my thoughts, there's a light knock on the door. I don't bother responding. Miss Webb enters? Oh, you're awake. How are you feeling? What happened? You got in a fight after you struck a female student. Holly gave Mr. Jean the details. Who volunteered them? I guess she maintains her arms crossed. The student who knocked you out was suspended for a couple of days. It wasn't yet decided what to do about you and the girl. Alice? Yes, Mr. Underwood convinced Principal Decker that he'd be responsible for your punishment. So who knows if you should feel lucky or not. How did I get here? Well, Mr. Jean hauled you to the principal's office. Your parents wouldn't pick up the phone and you wouldn't wake up. He called an ambulance? Then he was going to, but I said I'd take you to the ER. Here we are. None of your emergency contact numbers will pick up the phone, so I've been stuck here. I look at the clock. It's a little after 10 in the morning. Sorry. My weak apology irritates her. I could have called the cops instead. You know what? Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, I'm overreacted, but I'm not the only one guilty, you know. Did you see that prop in my locker? Yes, I overreacted, but damn! You're not completely at fault, but you escalated it. Can you explain why no one would pick up the phone? I don't know. Miss Webb sits next to her bed. She tosses my phone on my lap. You have one more emergency contact now. Powering it on, I see that Samantha, a new contact, has sent me the message test. I thought that was inappropriate. Your parents not responding is inappropriate. Thank you. Am I free to go? Eager. But doctor said you'll be fine with some rest, but you need to come back in a couple of weeks to get the stitches out. I turn off my phone and look up. And I start to rub at my freshly treated wound, but she whacks my hand down. You also need to sign the bill and turn it in at the front desk. I don't have insurance. That's why they have payment plans. Kane should pay, not me. Somehow I don't think that's going to go down well. You can hire an attorney to press charges and try that. Want my advice? Sounds like she's going to give it to me either way. Kane's dad won't pay for it. You'd end up spending more trying to collect. I lift up the sheet and start to stand, but Miss Webb placed a hand on my knee. Stop. I'll bring the paperwork to you. Damn, I obey at first. My cell buzzes. We need to talk. We do indeed. I flip through my text history with Alice and type, I'm really sorry I lost my temper. After staring at the draft message for a while, I decided to delete it. I can't believe I did that. What's wrong with me? I was so on edge. I need to talk to her. I'm standing by the window and ready to leave by the time Miss Webb returns. Clearly disapproving of me being out of bed, she provides a clipboard wordlessly. The paperwork churns my stomach, nauseating. You know, the rest of the world outside of the USA doesn't have this sort of problem because we pay a certain amount every month, and that means that if we have something like this, then we don't need to fill out a goddamn paperwork so that then we have to pay it off later. It's really backwards thinking, America. An x-ray, stitches, doctor fee, an administration fee, a total of nearly $3,000. It definitely is America. It says the office will call and mail me in a couple business days to set up a payment plan. I sign it. Can I ride back to school with you? She looks shocked. What? You don't have to. I can take you home again. I want to go back. For what? Turner can wait. It's not that. I just need to. Please. Okay. Don't make me regret it by being even more trouble. I'm ashamed I don't look her in the eyes. I won't. She leads me out of the facility. The hospital. It's not long before I'm in the passenger seat of her car again. You're gonna owe me gas money at this rate. My teeth clench while I sit quietly. She looks over me. Looks me over. That was a joke. It could have been worse, you know. Did Ross and I do okay on the setup? What? The art supplies in your room. Well, Ross actually helped. I yelled a small smile. She knew more than I did. I haven't had time to check for some reason, but I appreciate your help. I just realised, look at the little key-like thing down here. It's so cute. Who knew that Miss Webb was into cute things? Cute things. I follow Miss Webb indoors while looking at my phone. Okay, that bar has only gone up by $1 throughout the entire stream, so what would be very nice, and if you've got $1 to spare, but that would be thoroughly appreciated, is to donate to News Story by clicking on the first link down in the description of this stream. It's the period just before lunch. She faces me. Put that away and go to class, then. Go on. I nod and pocket my phone. Okay. Thanks again. Yeah. With a little wave, she moves off, presumably to her own classroom. After she turns the corner, I grab my phone again and walk, not in the direction of my current class. You're in math, right? Yes, so can't text much. What happened? I need a favour. Okay, what? Pass Alice a note to meet you in a gym right now. Why? Just do it. You're not giving him a reason. Minutes pass. We're all just inside the gym entrance. Supports me as I stand waiting. Soon I hear familiar voices approaching. What's with the strategic bathroom breaks? I just come in here. And then, in the gym, oh my, you attempt to take advantage of my single status? Evan catches view of me as his face flushes. No, crap, I'm not, definitely not. What's that? She tenses at the sight of me. I push off a wall and hold up open palms. I came back to school to apologize. Evan is helping. Alice appraises me silently. Evan interjects. I'm sorry. She glances at him with acknowledgement, then adjusts her glasses. Yes, but I don't think that's going to work on her, you know. She's not going to just accept an apology. I won't press charges, don't worry. You have nothing anyway. Is that all? I get it. Are we done? No, you don't understand at all. So help me, damn it, I'm apologizing. Yes, and I do not accept your apology. I don't owe you any satisfaction. This is why I hate Alice, because she just takes advantage of people. The mere fact that you're so desperate to apologize with major concussions hours after the incident is proof of the severity of your action. So sit with that, and know that I will not offer you peace of mind. And you. While she opens the door to leave, she holds a glare with Evan. You're a prop. You should learn to think for yourself, or selfish people like him will always take advantage of you. Alice, you are the last person to talk about people. What's the News Story all about, if I may ask? I haven't been catching up due to exams and other stuff. News Story is a charity that helps out people around the world who are unfortunately suffering with homelessness. And what they're trying to do is, with every $1,000, they can create an affordable home for people to be able to live in. And this is, I think, majorly within South American countries. But as I was saying with Alice, you're the last person to say that you are thinking that others are taking advantage of others. You, on multiple occasions throughout the entire demo, take advantage of other people. And the only person that gets anything out of it is you, Alice. So learn to take some self-reflection of your own words. She exits. What's her deal anyway? Evan rubs his biceps slowly while looking at the Librium between us. Sorry, I need to go to class. He leaves me alone in the gym. Yeah, that's probably for the best. Oh dear, 3D printing is like sci-fi stuff in real world. I'm debating whether I want something to eat today, given I've lost my appetite. I should probably eat at least something. Yeah, you should. With a buzz on my cell phone alerts me to another message from Mr. Underwood. Since you have chosen to be present today, please meet me in my office after lunch. I don't want to respond. I don't want to go. Holly gently sits at my table, concern evident in her body language. Are you okay? I'm sorry for what happened. No, it was my idea. I'm so sorry for freaking you out. Alice didn't want to do it, but I talked her into it. Why do you think that was a good idea then, Holly? You put your pretend ears in it, and then you put a mascot in it, which probably was like tomato juice or something like that, or tomato sauce. You put that into there to indicate blood, but I think what really happened there is that Lane must be suffering from something, some kind of like neurological condition that in certain times it phases head out so that it sees something else, and in that case it wasn't a prop that you saw, but you saw like a real life arm torn off there. But yeah, I'm okay. She leans in to inspect me. You don't look okay. Does your eye hurt? I touch my face around my eye and realize it's sore. I didn't notice any swelling until now. Do I have a black eye? She hesitates and shakes her head. It doesn't look that bad. It's just a little dark. Why did you come back? My appetite for learning. I haven't actually been to any classes yet, though, but I'm stuck without books anyway. Holly perks up. I got mine. Hey, mister, you not getting any food today? I put a hand on the table. It's cool and smooth my palm. I ate at the... No, you didn't. You lied. So what happened this morning exactly? Those big eyes of hers water. I played a really bad joke that hurts my friends. You, Alice, Kane. It's difficult for me to emphasize with Kane exactly. I don't remember what happened after he hit me. Mr. Jean was really upset and... He said, break it up, you kids are damaging the school property. I chuckle her impression and its contents sounds right. And, there's not much else. Look, if you really feel bad, make it up to us. Huh? Crying won't help anyone. Go with me and Alice to Mr. Underwood. Explain what happened. You're such a butthead. Well, I could use support and she doesn't seem to be in a position to refuse. Fine, I'll go too. Great. We're going right after lunch. The smells here are getting to me, so I'm ready to leave now, but I'll wait for her to finish. My stomach grumbles and I pull my hand up from the table. Before Holly can comment, I hold my phone between us. Hey, you indirectly gave me your number, right? Is it okay if I save it? Of course, text me anytime. I add her to my contacts. Will do. Holly starts to follow up but notices my impatience and instead finishes her meal. I engage with my phone in the meantime. Text Yvonne. You coming to lunch? Running late again? I'm sorry for pulling you into things. We're good? We're good. Still on for the weekend? Yeah, if you have time. I'll be there. Oh, he's snatched my phone from me. Mister, it's rude to be on your phone in the presence of a divine. In the presence of a divine. It's rude to take something that's not yours. Hand it over. I hold out my hand, palm up, she winks and sticks out her tongue. Fine, I'm done anyway. After standing, her soft fingers brush mine while she folds my hand closed over the cell phone. Secured, let's go do this. I stand with a sigh and begin leading her into the administration halls. Damn. Along the way, I look back at her. Hey, did Alice ask you to join the student group too? Holly nods. I said no. Okay. What should I say? To Mr. Underwood? I'll introduce you and you'll just tell the truth. Maybe he'll lighten our sentence. She nods again, nervously this time. Come in. Alice and Mr. Underwood are waiting inside, but it feels like Holly and I are interrupting. Alice is sitting stiff in one of the seats across from the desk and looking at Wolf face turned to us, from us. Underwood stands from his desk. He addresses Holly. How may I help you? Mr. Underwood, this is my friend Holly. This game has some good-looking character sprites and backgrounds. Props to the creator of this game. Indeed. Like, there's a few artists involved in the game itself. From the UI artist to the background artist to the character artist. And Alice turns to see Holly surprised. She wants to come with me to help explain what happened today. I pat Holly's back, guarding her forward. She steps up gingerly. Mr. Underwood's expression softens. It is nice to meet you, Holly. Take a seat and start from the beginning. Lane, please close the door. I do so and stand to the side, taking care not to lean on the wall. Holly recounts the event, honestly and thoroughly. Alice and I lock eyes when Holly gets to the part about me hitting her, and I look down. We listen to completion. So you see, Lane blamed Alice, and Kane blamed Lane, but it was just my bad idea of a joke. Her hands tremble on her lap. I'm in most at fault, sir. Thank you for choosing to come forward. It was very mature, sorry. I agree. Guilt is compelling. Mr. Underwood adjusts his rolled-up sleeves and steps forward. She also would like to join the student union, sir. We're resolved to ensuring that when these kinds of misunderstandings occur, no one should resort to violence. Lane? What did you just do this morning? Underwood raises an eyebrow and Holly stares at me incredulously. She then looks at Alice who merely grins. She's outnumbered. Is that so? Yes, sir. He looks at the scene for a few seconds. He's probably deciding what to do with us. Alice finally chimes in. I think Kane's punishment was too severe. I think you just like to take sides with somebody that you just dumped, Alice. Your input is noted. I disagree. That put you in your own corner, Alice. He leans forward. In strict terms, both Kane and Lane committed assault. Unacceptable. Both of you girls caused a lot of trouble with your mischief, using that fake hand from the drama club. What were you thinking? Sir, I was overly competitive and took it too far. It was a prank in bad taste and I realise it now. Oh, only now? Did you not realise? Did you now realise, I mean, Alice? Yes, she's a bundle of energy, but I still don't like her as a character, Alice. Like, if there's anybody like that in real life, I would not be able to get along with them. He glanced at me before massaging the bridge of his nose. You three will perform janitorial duties for the next 3 evenings, for 1 hour after school. Ever economical. Will that interfere with the cleaner's work? We do not yet have a janitor this year. Then who cleaned the stairs? In light of the circumstances, I believe it will provide insight on the school's current needs for your group and represent a team-building exercise. That is a good idea, actually. We're still allowed to create the group? Tentatively. I'll do it, sir. I will too. Good. Alice? No, you won't, Alice. In the future, you just pass on that responsibility onto Holly and Lane. Holly and Evans, sorry. Holly and Evans. Lane, sorry. Oh, dear me. Alice is manipulative at nature. She announces her public breakup. Announces her breakup public. Like, how can people love this character? Mr. Underwood stares. Unless, of course, there are people like that out there that are similar to Alice, so therefore they'll be able to emphasize in some ways of how manipulative and horrible they are as a person. Thank you all for taking responsibility and making an effort to move past this. I expect we will not need to have a repeat of this conversation. We nod with varying speed. Holly is partially empathetic. We three walk down the hall quietly at first, but eventually Holly can't contain her need to vent. Why did you make me go in there and join the club? What the heck? She lightly punched me in protest, hopping with each back. I smirk and gently defend myself. Hey, we said no violence, remember? You said several things I don't agree with, mister. With my hand on her head to hold her back, she puffs up. You should feel glad. I could have gotten revenge like in the gangster movies. You were going to cut off my pinky? If I was feeling poetic, I would make it your whole hand. She hops back. Alice watches us with arms crossed. We all got off easy, actually. I continue to address Holly. So, I can count on your vote, right? It's only fair that I join to apologise to you, that I vote for Alice to apologise to her, okay? I give her a head pat. She swats it away in mock protest. That's fair enough, thanks. The bell sounds as Alice treads close. Her voice trails through the ringing. So you're not quitting after all? No! No, I guess not. If you accept my apology, I'll consider not keeping you on clean-up duty. Lane, you realise what you set yourself up to, right? If you say this to Alice, therefore she will not do her part in janitorial work. I won't do that, but I will work with you if you remain semi-competent. You know very well she's not going to accept it. Deal? Yeah. And walks away. Damn it. It's not you, Holly. It's her that's the problem. Thanks, Holly. She leaves too. My stomach growls, but I can't hear it over the churn of students around me. I feel the rumble of my abdomen as I go to class. Oh, dearie me. Having deciphered the anger stares from yesterday's study hall, Coach decided we could use a free period in the gym today. I sit on the bleachers alone, watching students socialise and play on the basketball court. I'm not looking forward to unpaid clean-up duty after this. I run my fingers through my hair, carefully up to the edges of the bandage. The itchiness irritates me. Does it hurt? My flanger turned to a tall girl from yesterday. Hello. Oh, Nat, right? She nods. It's sore, but not too bad. What's up? You are pale. My confusion disperses after a second. I chuckle. Oh, you're worried about me? I'm okay. She places a fresh water bottle on the seat next to me. You can have this. Heh. Hey, you never said why you weren't interested. Invite her to sit with me. I pat the seat. She hesitates. In the page student group, I mean. She sits a little further away than my gesture indicated. Yeah, this is not the best way of interacting with somebody here, Lane. I may be going home soon. No, not that kind of context, Lane. Something else. To my home country. Now then, you clock on, Lane. I open a bottle and drink. I'm thirstier than I realised. Where are you from? Russia. My family may move back. Sorry. No, I want it. What's wrong with here? She stares at me. I rephrase. Why do you want to move back? Friends and family. You have those here too, right? Not my brothers, or my boyfriend. The last of the cool water slides down my throat as I upturn the bottle. I catch the empty container. Cap it, sorry. Hey Flair, it's been a while since the last time I checked on you. Have you been? I've been so-and-so. More positive now than I was a month ago. Like, last month I was really, really gloomy and feeling so depressed in a way when it comes to content creating. But I'm a bit better now. That's hard, so I hope the move back won't be too much of a pain. Thanks for water. Do you need to leave school? Do I look that bad? You appear unsteady. I smile and shake my head. It's sweet of her to worry. I stand firmly as an example. I'm fine, see? I'm going to take a little walk. Talk to you later. If she responds non-verbally, I don't see it as I turn to stride into the hall. I check my phone. No unread messages. Emergency cases only. Hey, almost ready to clean some toilets? Ew, no way, that's what squires are for. Left my gloves at home, milady. Quest, acquire cleaning supplies from the utilities closet. What's the quest reward? Anti-facial gauntlets. I'll pick a few things up. I lift my eyes from my phone while entering the restroom. prodding under my eye with my forefinger as I inspect myself in front of a sink. I'm pale, and the shinier under my left eye is dark. Gosh, I splashed my face. Also, welcome to the stream as well. How do you pronounce your name again? Ida. I honestly missed your vids, and yeah, I feel you. Same goes to me, I'm also really depressed at the moment. I apologise to hear about that. Hopefully you're feeling better in the near future. Depressed sounds like a very, very low mood coffee to drink, I'm not gonna lie. Like espresso, cappuccino, something like that. But I hope you're doing well where you are. Only a few steps towards a gym before I stop. That noise is familiar. It's from the upper floor. Decide to investigate. I hurry to the stairs. Still clean. While climbing, I massage my gums with my teeth. A taste of copper. The second-story hallway comes into view. I shuffle in the direction of the noise, and soon I'm in front of Mr. Underwood's office. I knock on the closed door. Hello? Is everything alright? Only silence responds. The fact that you remember my nickname makes me happy. I have it written down on a sticky note because I knew I would forget otherwise. I'm coming in. Just before my hand touches the knob, it rattles violently. What are you doing? I flinch a step back, staring at the jerking handle. What are you doing? I spin on my heel and bump into Nat's chest, as one does. She steadies me by the shoulders and pushes me back slightly. Why are you breaking into the office of a teacher? Shaking my head, I sputter a response. No, there's someone in there. Nat stares into my eyes for a few seconds. After evaluating me to satisfaction, she releases me and opens the door. Ah yes, the famous sticky note. Empty. But we saw the doors rattle. How do you spend your holidays, Flair, since Christmas is around the corner? And I always ask this question to my friends for fun. Christmas Eve, I'm going round to my cousin's house to celebrate Christmas. Then on Christmas Day, everyone around the family is coming round to mine. And then on Boxing Day, we're going into town and shopping and stuff like that. Then we're going back to the cousins we were on the Christmas Eve for Boxing Day as well. So there's a fair few things that are going on, but regardless of what happens, we're always with our family. Let's see. She faces me. We will go back, okay? I don't know what to say. I walk into Mr. Underwood's office. There's no other exit, and the window is closed. Besides, we're on the second floor. I'm not crazy. I think about saying, I don't say it. Exactly. We definitely heard the handle of the door rattle. Nat clasps my hands and leads me out, gently closing the door behind us. I lost myself in thought. We're near the gym. And I jerk away. Why did you follow me? To help? Why? What do you get? You need me to have a reason? She pauses as I lean on the locker. It is medicine. You think I'm sick? Lane, for goodness sakes, have you not looked at yourself? My medicine. When stressed, exhausted, ill, it is a good remedy to help someone else. I rub the back of my neck. Are you going to tell anyone? Not unless you leave again. She means that. She means what she says. Sure. I avoid her steady gaze and push off the locker into the gym. I'm not some sort of troublemaker. With skepticism, she eyes me from top to bottom. I reciprocate my eyes catching on her features. I have a boyfriend. Is that what's stressing you out? You don't look sick or tired. She runs her finger through her hair and watches the students play basketball. It is difficult to be separate. That is indeed the truth. Her eyes, I wish I could celebrate Christmas, but how comes? Have you got nobody to celebrate Christmas Eve with, sorry, or are you busy around Christmas? Or, you would rather say happy holidays rather than Christmas. And that is a theme for people, is that not everyone celebrates Christmas. So you would say Happy Christmas or Happy Holidays, stuff like that, because some people don't celebrate Christmas, and like in certain parts of the world or some people, you can understand that. Ah, I see, okay, I understand. So there's obviously certain times of the year in which you celebrate different events. I don't know which particular ones in general, but when it comes to stuff like religion, there are certain days or weeks in the year where they're dedicated for celebrating a particular event or a particular theme that's happened and stuff like that. And yeah, that's understandable. That's totally understandable. Her eyes flicker between me and the other students. I bet if you got suspended and they'd have to take you back. Her eyes widen. They? Your parents? I took a few days off work, otherwise no Christmas for me. Plus I'm heathen. Badram, or I'd either way, is called both. And it's like our own Christmas. Yeah, exactly. It's like your own New Year. Like the Chinese New Year is not like on the 1st of January, but at some point before or after, I forgot. Her lips curve at my joke. See? You are trouble. Is it work that keeps your parents here? Yes. I plop on the bleachers and Nat follows. She continues to watch me. Well, if you ever want to talk about it, I owe you one. What do you owe? A favour in return for you not telling anyone about my troublemaking. Well, it always happens after Ramadan fasting. Okay. You forget the water. Exactly. Two then. Okay. Content that I'm now stationary, she retreats to the court in her usual graceful way. There's usually a period where you don't eat, or you eat a very minimal amount. If I remember correctly. I palm my forehead to wipe away small beads of sweat. Remember when you were being paranoid? You think I'm always paranoid. You are? I mean, when you said this year was weird. Why? Just curious what you meant. The school is haunted, I'm sure of it. Ghosts don't exist. What made you think of that? It says Evans typing. I swallow a glance at the court. Now performs a crossover, dribbling past two defenders and to the post. She narrowly misses her layup. Heard some doors slamming. Loud noise from the second floor. Hello? He must be in class. He stopped typing. If anybody's watching right now and has $1 to spend, then what would be the best thing for you to do right now is to go down into the description of the stream, and from there you'll be able to see a link to where you can donate to a charity called News Story. And what they do is that they specialize in 3D printing technology that allows people who unfortunately don't have homes to have homes. And I think this is based within South American countries in the world. So if you know where South America is, it's literally the most southwest continent of the world itself. Damn it. I gather a bottle of cleaner I knocked from the shelf. My first instinct leads me to bend at the wrist, which I regret. With a low wince, I straighten and retreat from the dim room, arms cradling the supplies. Mr. Underwood was quick to text instructions to us in a group text, and Alice was quicker to address Holly and me with instructions of her own. I'm in the mood to sleep, not struggling for control, so I'm humouring her. Stepping over broken glass and my own dried blood, I ease my payload across the desk. Mr. Underwood wants us to clean the art room and gym today. Coach Jean will apparently hold us accountable. Alice asks that I handle this room, while she and Holly take on the gym for the hour. I unfold a plastic trash bag and begin my task. The glass proves easy enough to gather. My blood splashes on, under and in front of the door is not easy to clean. It's not a lot, but it still managed to cause as much mess as it could. I bluff the floor with a damp rag until drops of sweat from my forehead contribute to the lubricating of cleaning solution. I don't think so. I flake off a good amount of residue, but a few areas are just too stubborn. The label on the bottle informs me. This cheap stuff won't cut it. I take the trash to a bin outside and stop by the science lab on the way back. We need a ride home? Saying no is tempting as a gut reaction. I have to walk though. Yes, please. I'll be ready around 5. Wait in my room when you finish. Thank you, madam. Don't call me madam. Exactly. Thank you, Miss Webb. I deposit the trash bag in the bin outside and head to the science room. Expect an empty room. I open the door without a knock. What are you up to here, Alice? Get down. She takes me by the wrist and yanks me behind the front desk with her. What the hell? Quiet. Close your eyes. Why? She holds my head down firmly as a loud explosion occurs in the middle of the room. Great. What are you doing? Basic but functional. Alice stands up with me and we observe the fractured plastic bottle tipped over dramatically. Thin vapor pours from the lid and small bits of plastic litter the room. I blink twice and try shaking the ring out of my ear. What are you doing in here? Alice looks happy to answer that. Obviously, she's not going to give us a response which is going to be pleasing. I'm producing military hydrogen bombs and testing various mechanical methods of production and containment. You're making a bomb? Bombs, plural, relax. Nephedrol is perfectly safe. I watch the smouldering bottle. Doesn't look like it. What are you doing here instead of in the gym anyway? We're not even going to read that. What are you talking about? Okay, we get past that, okay? So what are you doing here rather than doing cleanup duty? I don't care about that right now. Where do you even get hydrogen? There's no way we just store that here. I made it simple. There are a few ways to do it, but I combined sodium hydroxide with aluminium. Okay, whatever, fine. Why are you not clean like you're supposed to? She closed the door I had left open. We need to do things in our lifetime. This is a dark-themed visual novel around the idea of forming together a student union within a school. And yeah, the name of the game is called Student Union. But this game has a lot of dark themes to it, but also as well a few bits of horror here and there. But also as well it has characters of quite depth to them. That doesn't matter, it's punishment. You know I could tell Mr. Underwood about this. I know that you couldn't tell Mr. Underwood about this. Explain. I'll deny it, and the ensuing conflict would handily destroy any team-building efforts and likely scrap the student union formation. And you do not want that. This is why I hate this character. She is so manipulative. Such a bad liar. No, I don't want to be your assistant. I'm actually doing some actual work around here while you're just goofing off. She moves to the table and erects the bottle. No. Did you leave Holly in the gym? What kind of friend does that? And you called me selfish. I didn't say I wasn't too. Do you know how to clean up blood? Alice glares at me, glances at the door and places her hand inside the desk drawer. Since I'm cleaning the art room, I need to clean up my blood from this morning. It dried and won't come up. Oh. She frees her hand from the drawer. Yeah, mix a little bleach with water. Let it sit on the stains for 50 minutes and wash it up after. You sure? Of course. I also have a more thorough solution, but the simple method will work for your duties. I will never pursue your route in this game, you fiend. Thanks. Yep. I don't care if she's given us a solution to clean up her blood. We could have just went on Google and gotten the solution. I return to cleanup duty. I dust off the rest of the classroom while waiting for the solution to sit and afterwards rub it clean. Alice's method works well, actually. Some tiny patches remain on the door. I doubt anyone would complain when seeing this improvement. Or maybe it would, but what's choke cherry high without a few bloodstains? Will you please help me? With the cleaning. Yes, I'm all alone. Please, please, please. Yeah, Alice should have helped you with that, but unfortunately she has other things to do. For example, being selfish. I could help her. Then again, we're already even in my book. While I'm waiting for Miss Webb, I could check the second floor again. No, fine. I'm sure it won't take long. Exactly. Everyone would be jealous. I collect the supplies and transition to the gym. We're being the noble soul and helping our friend, because the other one decided that we're not that good of a friends enough for her to be able to help them out. I approach the bench along the court. Holly lies on her back, immersed in her cell phone. She doesn't notice me. What are you doing? Holly hops up and stumbles wildly, nearly dropping her phone. Sorry. Hi, that was fast. And that was suspicious. Well, it shouldn't be, because it's not. I scan the area. There are no clean implements, which fuels my suspicion. Where are your clean supplies? Alice was getting them, remember? No, she was in the science room. Remember? For 40 minutes, and you didn't think to check on her, sorry. I most certainly did. I texted her back when she was helping you for a bit. She said to text you for help later, since you both would finish early by working together. Damn it, Alice. I pushed my palm across my face. Fine. And why didn't you start here? She looks down to her smile faded. You both have the supplies. Then why didn't you come help or ask for our supplies? Seriously? Her eyes water, her hands clenched together in front of her. She mumbles. What? Speak up. But blood. I didn't want to see it. Wow. For a demo, it's quite long, or it's just me. It's just me reading it slowly. Like, other people could be able to finish this demo right now, and probably an hour ago, actually. But I'm a slow reader. But also, I don't skip the text. I look at the text. My eyes widen as I realise why. Damn it, I shouldn't forget that. It's okay. I'm here now, so let's just finish up quick, yeah? She nods solemnly and we begin our task. I glance at Holly periodically to confirm her status. A few minutes pass. I'm sorry for not being around as much over the break. I know Evan wants to go hang out too. It's okay, I really was working a ton. Besides, I thought you might want some space for a while. Her smile returns. Everyone thought that at the same time. I'm a slow reader as well, so that's okay. Yeah, the game said it takes about 3 hours to complete the demo, but I took about 4 hours to complete the demo. It probably didn't help that I had to get a new phone number. How about I make it up to you? Want to spend time with me and Evan this weekend? I pushed the wide dust mop over the floor, moving away from her side. Maybe? If you promise to make it fun, my time is top tier. You boys must earn it. Thanks. We'll figure something out, so long as you're not sick of me by the end of our punishment sessions. Punishment sessions? Makes it sound wanky. What? No! Get your mind out of the gutter. As I near her with the mop, I wiggle my eyebrows. Elaine, for goodness sakes! No, bad. I choke on continue dusting the court. I'm also a slow reader. I always try to enjoy the stories in games like exactly, because that's what we're here for, the games themselves. But these streams, by the way, are also for not just playing games, but also for the opportunity for people to be able to donate to a charity called News Story, which is the name of a charity that's on the top right of the stream. And in the description of the stream, you'll be able to donate to the charity themselves, so that then they'll be able to have more money to be able to make more homes for people who are unfortunately unable to have a home themselves. And this is mainly within the South American parts of the world, as I remember reading the synopsis of the charity itself. What they're doing. What they're doing is wonderful. Holly picks up trash from under the bleachers. The garbage stretches out the trash bag she used to gather it. I approach. She grunts loudly, struggling to lift the bag across my arms and watch her. Need help? Not from a peasant. I'm more like a mighty warrior, fresh from battle. Adrenaline still pumping through me from being punched this morning. I point to my bandage. So come on, give me that. Gripping beneath her two hands with one hand, I squeeze the bag closely tight and lift it over my shoulder. My other arm cradles many of our supplies. Mighty indeed. How chivalrous. I know I mispronounced that. I like donations that can be given to a good cause. It can change people's lives for better. Exactly. Can I ask you something weird? Sure. Wait, maybe. Have you heard or seen anything weird around school? Ah, Holly looks at me, examining my forehead as it beads with sweat. What do you mean? Loud noises, banging thuds from the second floor. Nope. I could ask Granddaddy if there's construction. I shake my head quickly. Nah, it's not important. So, Holly's grandfather must be in an important position throughout the school then. Like, I don't know, on the board or something like that of the school itself. I heave a trash bag into the dumpster with a grunt before we move back inside into the closet. Hey, are you okay? Yeah, it's been a very long day. We restock the shelves with a slightly diminished supplies. Or at least I do, not sure what Holly's doing. From behind the door I hear the faint click of the door closing. Wow. Okay. That's not something you see every day. Somebody wearing cat ears, holding a hand. Our valiant hero, worn, torn and battered, deserves a reward. I feel my cheeks flush. What do you have in mind? Do you know what harvest goddesses are known for? Nah, please enlighten us. Their futility? She giggles and squeezes my hand. Yes, but also their healing powers. What are you doing, silly? Shh. She massages my hand slowly with her soft fingers pressed into the muscles of my palm. Then she slowly works her way down each finger. She rubs between each and every joint. Carefully she rolls her slim fingers over my hands, my eyes closed, shoulders relaxed. You're good at that. Shh. Her voice is a whisper. My hand rests limp in her grip while she systematically fondles me. I did this at cons sometimes. Booth babe strategies to lure in the... I speak in a whisper too, completely relaxed. I bet it worked well. She hums. I open my eyes just in time to see her parting from my hand with a kiss. Her lips were warm, but both blushing. With that, dear warrior, the ritual's complete. You'll be fully rejuvenated with 10% health upon resting at an inn. Doesn't matter which inn? Wow, what a buff. Do I get one if I do all your work tomorrow too? Maybe. Well, too bad. You need to pull your weight in if you're tiny. Yay, she spins around and swings open the door before hopping out. I follow with a stupid smile on my face. Ha! Holly ran away. Silly girl. I repeat the thought of Evan being jealous about my time with Holly. Probably best to spare him every detail. Exactly. Reads characters' dialogues. Do I do that? I repeat the thought of Evan being jealous about my time with Holly. Oh, I've already read that. Sometimes I unconsciously do something without realizing. I feel unsteady. Also, Flair sees the word. Yeah, exactly. My fingers dig into my shirt, beneath the jacket, and above my heart. I think it was more or less like the entire sentence together. It was like halfway through it thinking, I think it's best we move on. The smooth polystyrene cotton fabric conforms to my grip. Ready? My hand returns to my side at the sound of Miss Webb's voice. Yeah, Miss Webb. Miss Webb. My eyes flick over mine. Ask me other way. Okay? Do you? Do you what? Her eyes lock to mine once we reach the first floor. Stay home tomorrow. What? I didn't stutter. Why? My vision blurs and I hold my hand over my eyes. She pulls my hand down. Are you serious? Maybe she's right, but I can't. I have the cleanest punishment. You can. You have my permission. Do you know Mr. Underwood well? Rolling her eyes, she resumes our walk. I know him a little. You called him Turner, so I was just curious. What was he like? Like he is now, but happier. Rosaline leans against Miss Webb's car as we approach. She notices my curiosity. Sam's my ride. Do you normally ride with her? Sometimes. I hope everyone is doing good, including Chat since Benu. Yeah. Like, that's really a nasty piece of work, that Omicron thing. It sounds like a very bad name for a Transformer. Reach out to me, Omicron. No, wait, go away from me, actually, Omicron. Miss Webb slides into the front seat. It's unlocked. Thanks. Ross and I join her. Seems like they're in a quiet mood. That definitely works for me right now. I wonder if she's dropping me off or Ross first. My attention turns to the window. I'm so tired. What a day. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, not a cool thing to do. And it's so close to Christmas as well. It's really mucking up a lot of people's plans for getting together for Christmas. Because like this mean always comes about worse in the winter months. Yeah, we are actually getting a lockdown soon if it doesn't get better. Yeah. It's going to become the new dominant variant of the you-know-what. Because the Delta variant will soon be overtaken by the Omicron variant. It's kind of like in a way with like content creators becoming like completely outnumbered by other kind of content creators, which are more virtual because it's more acceptable to the people's eyes and stuff like that, or people just simps over them. I drive to sleep for just a bit. Hey, we're here. Looks like my place is the first stop. Thanks again. Now we don't even need to give Ross our address because she knows where we live. Miss Webb offers me a long look. Get some rest. Thank you. Immediately after I step out, Ross climbs into the front seat to replace me. I don't know if you saw news about like what happened in Germany or Austria. It's really bad over there. I'm not sure if this was true, but I heard like a news report that somebody in Germany tried to, or have made their own home version of the vaccine. I'm not sure if that was true or not, but I've just found it really, really strange, but also really, really bad. Like, you don't accept homemade vaccines. Like, homemade bread, yes. Homemade soup, yes. Homemade pie, yes. Homemade food is usually very good, but homemade medicine is not. I actually don't know. Yeah, indeed. And you might think, well, he could have done his research. He might have got like all of the different details down correctly. He got his research done. Did all the testing phases. No, I think it turned out that he developed that vaccine in less than 30 minutes. Which gives you the instinct of, nah, I'm not having that version. I'm having the official Pfizer or Moderna one. Immediately after I step out, Russ climbs into the front seat to replace me. Shoes, what have I told you? Come on. As I walk away from their arguing, I notice Gesture curled on the front step. I bend to pat his back. Hey, buddy. This one I could have sworn you were being stubborn again and stayed inside. Gesture lifts his rear to press into my hand. That's what I think of you. Research first before doing something like that might cause trouble. Exactly. Exactly. You don't want any trouble, because if trouble does arise, then you're entirely responsible for what happens. Because you're the one that caused it to be what it is in the first place due to a lack of research, a lack of testing, etc. And it's 10 times worse when at least 10 times worse when it comes to anything biological. I step in front of the door and hold the knob steady while reaching for my key. But it's not locked. Looking back at where Miss Webb's car was, I confirm they already left. I hesitate. Yeah, the situation in Germany and Austria is really bad because, yeah, people that are not vaxxed are not allowed to leave anymore. Like, go out, etc. Yeah, I think I heard that they can only go and get their, like, shopping and stuff like that at, like, supermarkets. But they can't go anywhere as, like, no clothes shopping or anything like that. So it's like you can only go out, but on very, very, very specific conditions. Like, exercising or, get your food and stuff like that. But that's it. And also medicine or medical stuff as well. Open the door slowly. I step inside the dark entrance. I ease the door closed with an inaudible click. Light rustling can be heard from my room. I inch toward the kitchen, one hand following the walling to keep me steady. My eyes adjust to the dark. I slide a large kitchen knife in from its holder. You're intent on killing? The sharp tip faces outward as I wield it with both hands. In Austria, you get controlled by the police and like they ask you why you are out. Wow. Crikey. I would say at all times carry a shopping bag in case you're going shopping, so that if they see that you're shopping bags, then they're less likely to think that you're going out just to chill out and stuff like that. I hold my breath and move closer. What was that click? The sound was distinct right outside the door to my room. And I click the door open and face the intruder. Ah! What the hell? You? I lower my weapon. What are you doing in here? Evan, having pressed himself against the wall, takes a step forward. I was waiting for you. Yeah, why were you messing with my stuff? I was bored. I've been here for a minute, huh? I don't hide my irritation. How'd you get in? The spare, the key, the extra one you keep behind the stairs. Note to self, don't leave a spare out. You don't have to stop, not on my account. I won't tell anyone. About the key, I mean. My anger fades. I lift the knife again. Guess I'm gonna have to kill you, huh? Yeah, and if you don't have your Vax card with you, you'll get fined. A few weeks ago, I saw something in the news and someone got fined over 2,000 euros or more. Yep, this kind of thing is no joke. Very funny. Why are you in the dark? I flick the light switch, but there's no electricity. The light does not turn on. Your power's out, I think. Great, I rub my face. Okay, so why are you waiting for me? I couldn't say it in writing. You never know who's going to see it. Say what? What you said is true. The noise at school. I think... I hold up my palm. No, it's not. I was joking. You're being ridiculous again. Really? No, I'm not. Well, no, I'm not. Not this time. Honest. I sat on my bed. Wow. Look, I'm really tired today. Lane, I'm serious. I am too. Out. He doesn't budge. I go in the library instead of study hall in the afternoon. Yet it feels like unless there's half the students missing, coach won't notice. As long as I don't do it too often, it's okay, but I've been doing it more. Congrats on your new level of delinquency. It looks like he's choosing his words carefully while he avoids eye contact with me. I'm not the only one. In there, I mean. I've seen Principal Decker and Mr. Underwood talking. They were arguing today. Wow. About what? Well, I couldn't hear well. They were just talking low. Talking quietly, I think. Mr. Underwood said something about a sustainable solution. I don't understand the problem. They were just talking. Most everyone at school knows things are tense because funding was cut. I massaged the nape of my neck. That's, well, yeah, but they were really serious. I feel like if they caught me, I'd be in a lot of trouble. Of course, because you were skipping class. And that as well. But why would they keep meeting there to have important conversations? I don't know. But I do know it's probably not as nefarious as you seem to think. How do you know? It's not normal. I agree with Evan, that is not normal. But it's not really that abnormal. Look, I'll go with you tomorrow if it makes you feel better. Okay, good. Right at the study period, right? Yes. Geez, you need to relax. He stares at my bandage. I need to relax? What about you? What about me? Sorry, I just mean, what's going on, mate? Are you okay? I've got a serious headache, but I'm fine. Why are the lights out? Beats me, I just got home. I'll call the power company later to figure it out. Where's your mom? His concern becomes frustration. Why have you been like this? What's wrong with asking for help? You clearly need it. I stand up. I clearly need help, huh? Evan steps back. I didn't mean it in a bad way. It's not... How do I need help then? What the hell do you know? I don't know, you're right. I just think it's okay to ask for help. I'll help if I can. By the way, to everyone here, is it snowing over there where you all live right now? Here it is, and it's really cold. I'm sorry to hear that. For me personally, it's not snowing, but in other parts of the country, it is getting a bit of snow. Well, I don't need your help. Then why did you ask me to join the group? Because I knew you'd say yes, because you always do. You rely on me too much, and you obsess over what I'm doing. Wow, Lane. Get a single other friend if you can. Damn it, Lane. Don't be so horrible. You need to leave. Evan gently puts the extra key on my dresser and exits. Wow. That's not a way to treat a friend. Honestly. That is not a way to treat a friend. Okay, folks. I think that's going to be enough here when it comes to streaming wise. I did plan on going for another 30 minutes, but with the lack of donations going on, I don't think that it's not going to be that fruitful at all. Not snowing at the moment, but we have -5 and a little bit of snow from previous weeks. Yeah, when the cold just remains, it doesn't go above 0, so that the ice starts to melt or the snow starts to melt, then whatever snow you get does linger around for a long time. So thank you all so much for watching, guys. Even when I'm not streaming, you can still donate to the link down in the description below. And hope you enjoyed this experience. I thoroughly loved it. Like going back to this game, seeing all the different things that have been going on. We still have yet to hit the climax of this demo. And this one I'm really sad about. My favourite character. Anyways, guys, have a lovely day and take care of yourselves.